I've made many theories about Asta possibly being a devil hybrid, but you may not have realized that the latest chapter, chapter 326 of the Black Clover Manga, has all but confirmed this possible theory for Asta. That's right, in the new chapter we see Asta visit Liba in their weird soul world type universe and converse with each other. They forge their bond stronger, and when they come out, Asta seemingly has a new horn, as he now has 5 of them. The 5th horn breaking through and destroying Asta's headband, knocking it from his head. This 5th horn can't just be an evolution of the Devil Union form, but it must be an evolution of something else. It must mean that Asta is a devil hybrid, as we know that even the King of Devils, Lucifero, only has 4 horns. So if Asta is only getting his horns from Libe, it doesn't make sense for there to be 5, as 4 should be the maximum. If you guys do end up enjoying this video, please leave a like and subscribe, as well as turn on notifications. You can also comment down below your thoughts. Also follow me on Twitter. So I know that the most common debunk of my Asta devil hybrid theory is that Asta's 2 additional horns, the ones on the top of his head and the ones we do not see on Liba, are just a weg. They're just growing, and he's getting more horns because he's using more devil power, more forbidden power, not because Asta's a devil hybrid. Weg is the curse that is given when making dealings with devils and using their power. We see Weg with all the devil hosts and the dark disciples, as well as Sekra. But what people fail to realize is that this was never a great counter-argument to Asta being a devil hybrid. As if we're going to look at Weg, we must look at it consistently and look at what it does for actual devil hosts. So the devil hosts we know are the Dark Triad and Julius Socrates, Asta, and Noct. So 6 devil hosts, with 5 of them being shown pretty prominently. How does Weg work with them? Well, depending on the level of power the devil host takes from their devil, they will gain horns depending on that state. For example, when the Dark Triad are not at their high levels of percentages, they will only have 2 horns. This is the case for Zenon, Dante, and Vanica, which might seem odd because their devils, Beelzebub, Magicula, and Lucifero, all have 4 horns. But once the Dark Triad receive 100% devil power, then they have 4 horns. These horns essentially match that of their respective devils, as these horns are nearly identical in design and are in the same places of the head. I'll come back to Zenon for more additional information in a bit. The same applications for Wega also apply to Noct. Whenever he does Devil Union, he gains the horns of the devil he unites with. We see this many times. We also see Noct attain that of 4 horns. He does this by uniting with 2 devils at once. In these double union states, he has the horn sets of the respective devils, 4 horns. I'll also come back to Noct in a bit for that conjoined statement with Zenon I mentioned minutes ago. And now, let's move on to Asta. Asta in his different forms is similar to the Triad, as the more devil power he uses, the more horns of Liba he gains. But the interesting thing here is that Asta might possibly be gaining additional horns. As we've seen Liba, he only has the ram type horns on the side of his head, whereas the spiked horns on the top are never featured for him. This was the evidence that Asta is a devil hybrid for a long time, and that the other horns are actually coming from Asta. One of the other counterpoints was that these additional horns were coming from Liba, that Union was just amplifying his power further to summon the additional horns, essentially evolving him to his full power. Which I have made a video about Liba possibly being an actual high rank or supreme rank devil, which I will reiterate some points in that video. While that was a possibility that Union was just bringing out more horns from Liba by evolving him to his true peak power, as we've seen, the Supreme Devils, minus that of Lilith and Nama, have 4 horns. But even then, Lilith and Nama fuse and gain 4 horns. But this specific rebuke of the devil hybrid theory is no longer cogent, as the Devil Union has expanded to a 5th horn. If Lucifero is the king of all devils and the top dog, then Liba should not have 5 horns. 4 should be his limit and max. Then this begs the question, why does the union of Asta and Liba now have 5 horns? While I would tell you that it just confirms that Asta is a devil hybrid, many would counter by saying that it's just Weg. Asta's getting more devil power, more forbidden power, and this is creating a 5th horn. But this does not make any sense. We never see this with any of the other devil hosts. Both Noct and Zenon get 4 horns. Then they get greatly stronger than that, and yet they did not attain additional horns. Zenon literally became a devil by being granted a devil heart from Beelzebub, easily getting many times stronger, and yet he still only has 4 horns. He went from 4 with 100% devil power, then became a devil, and still stayed at 4. No, these are not horns here. They are bone extensions to create antlers, as Zenon symbolizes a stag. He uses Dane's Lift, which is a weapon in Norse mythology created by Dane who himself represents a stag in Norse mythology. So we never see Zenon gain more horns than 4, even though he literally becomes a devil. As for Noct, we see him activate Monozone full release on top of his double union power, which would increase the amount of devil power he's using to be many-fold, making him so much stronger that even his devils are surprised at the feeling of power surging through them. Despite this massive increase in power, again, many-fold, he doesn't jump up to 5 horns. The devils in the Tree of Qliphoth only have 4 horns to the max, despite each devil being massively stronger from gate to gate, as Adrammelech can easily be scaled to be way above Fusion Lilith by a wide margin, as Lucifero thought that they would be able to fight off Yuno and Mereoleona. Yuno defeated Devil Zenon, with 100% Zenon was already stated to be supreme level devil, comparable to Lilith and Nama, and then Devil Zenon would be way stronger than that, and then Mereoleona fought the larva state of Lucifero and destroyed his tail and got way stronger after that. So if Adrammelech is way stronger than Fusion Lilith, that would mean that each gate is way stronger than the previous one, and this is pretty much confirmed as we get a 1/3 manifested Megicula got bodied by Nozel in this panel here, whereas Lucifero at only a quarter of his power did this to a Nozel that was amped by Twilight Valhalla. So we have Lucifero using less power against a amped Nozel doing this, and then you have a non-amped Nozel doing this to a 33% Megicula. That shows the huge power gap there. So if Adrammelech is the second gate devil, and Adrammelech has 4 horns, and Lucifero is so much stronger than them at the final gate, then why doesn't he have more than 4 horns? So what does this mean? It means that either the top horns are Asta's, or they're Liba's. It means that the 5th horn is Liba's or Asta's, but not all 5 of them can be Liba's. I'd actually argue that the 5th horn is finally Asta's horn, as when we first see the middle horns on the top of his head, that is because of Liba resonating with Sigrid, which would imply it's Liba's horns. In this new state, Asta looks different eyes, and even a new symbol on his chest. It might be that it is Asta's devil hybrid state is finally activated thanks to this moment of him realizing the death of his mother, similar to how Charmy's dwarven hybrid state was awakened and she essentially transformed. Now I'll give a little bit of briefer on why I think Liba is either a higher supreme ranked devil, or if you just compare all the different ranks of devils, Liba does not look like low or mid rankers in terms of like actual biology. He looks like high or supreme ranked devils, and he has at least the power of high ranked devils, arguably supreme ranked devils, because he could fight Asta in that realm despite Liba was actually nerfed and holding back, and yet was at points doing very well against Asta. So if you just go by that alone, Liba could be a high rank, and I would say he would have to be likely a supreme rank now, as he likely will eventually have 4 horns. And what this means is that if Liba has 4 horns, and Asta would probably have 2, as essentially all devils have 2 horns, it is very likely that at the end, once Asta's finally at full power with Liba, they will have 6 horns. But with that being said, what did you think about this addition to the theory that Asta is a devil hybrid? I think it pretty much confirms that Asta is a devil hybrid in some sort of sense. But let me know your thoughts down below. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you guys will have an amazing day. Plus...